6 minutes, please.
Mike Williams, president of the Memphis Police Association, 638 Jefferson, Memphis, Tennessee. I wasn't going to get up to talk because Thomas pretty much capped it. And thank you, fire department, for representing the city employees. But after I walked in and I sat down, and I heard and I saw you guys so valiantly defend the TIF and the TDZ for Elvis Presley. Then we got a $233 million project coming up. They're asking for a TIF and a TDZ. And I saw the Chamber of Commerce march in here, almost like they just command this place. When this place belongs to over 600,000 citizens, and you want to talk about the citizens of this city. It don't just consist of Elvis Presley Boulevard. It don't just consist of Midtown. It also consists of North Memphis, South Memphis, Orange Mound, Raleigh, Frazier. We've lost almost 200 police officers in this city this year because of the lies and the rhetoric that has come out of this council. Yeah, I said it. Because in 2011, when we did come to the table, and everybody keep talking about compromise, we've compromised. You took 4.6 from us. You increased our health care insurance, and all of this was championed by the Chamber of Commerce, Metro. Now you're talking about cutting the pension. Well, let me tell you something. It was 14 shootings over the Thanksgiving Day weekend. You're running the police officers raggedy. You're going to start to see more cases of PTSD. You're going to see more officers leaving. We're at 200 now, and I'm expecting at the beginning of the year even more to leave. And then I hear, oh, well, you need to live in the city. There is no contractual obligation that those officers at that time live in the city. It was changed so that there was a requirement for those that came on later to live in the city and the county, and they're held to that. I want to thank Councilman Harris. You've been the individual that has sit on this council, and I'm not trying to blow smoke up your butt, but you have been the guy, and I hate to see you leave because you don't necessarily always agree with us, but you ask the hard questions. And you ask the questions that should be asked and answered by this council, but you don't really get the answers that you require. And for too long, this council has operated in this fashion. I'm not saying all the city council members, because there are good city council members up there. But I'm going to tell you that there are individuals that don't have my best interests at heart as a citizen of this city. I was born in this city, and I love this city. But this city is being dragged through the ground. Because as you create these TIFs and TDZs, and we ask how come these businesses can have a more vested interest in a lot of these projects, and we'll say, well, it's going to create $1 billion. But what about right now? And you're talking about giving them a 20-year, that we don't get a return. The citizens, yeah, the businesses are going to probably get stuff, but all of the funds that are going to be generated are going to go back into the development. What about the core services for the citizens of this city? For too long, you guys have ignored it, and it's getting worse. We got people getting robbed in nail shops, getting shot in their homes, getting shot walking down the street. And I stood up here a couple of months ago, and somebody tried to tell me, oh, no, Mr. Williams, we don't have a problem. You could not even get 90 police officers in this class that you gave them the money for. And we want to play it off now in the media and say, oh, we're going to have another class. No, you couldn't fill the last class. Because nobody want to come here. Because they don't have a future here. In one of the most violent cities in the nation, you cannot want to claim it if you want to, but that's a fact. We need to do something to hold on to the experienced people that we have, because let me tell you who's leaving, guys. The good guys. The guys that don't have no blemishes on their records. The ones that other cities will pick up. The ones that you, if you had your company or in your company, you would want to retain and you would renegotiate their contracts. And the other thing is, no, police and fire may not live in the city, but guess what? A lot of the other employees in the clerical, sanitation, public works, a lot of those guys do live in the city. And I live in this city. The people in the city of Memphis are starting to wake up, and you can continue to try to masquerade and do what you want to do if you like. But the stars are lining up, and it's time for a change. So I'm asking you to do the right thing this last time. Please vote on this ordinance and approve it so that we can move on to other businesses. I think the employees have given enough.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.